Hey guys, welcome back to the fourth and final step that you need to take to create and maintain a sustainable budget that is customized just for you. So if you haven't seen the other videos in the C.A.S.H framework series deep dive, we have C, create your vision, A, activate your calendar, S, stay the course, and today we are diving deep into H, harmonize your results. This is the fourth and final step of creating and maintaining a budget. So why harmonizing your results is so important to creating this budget ecosystem is, you've put in all this work, but if you don't take time to assess how far you've come, if you're on the right track, reflect on any lessons that you've learned along the way, you're just going to keep on going in a direction and you won't have that time to reflect as to whether that direction is the one that you want to be going in, right? So let's take it back to that car road trip example, right? You set your destination in the GPS, off you go. Say you stop for lunch, pull over to get gas or something, and you take off again. If you don't check your GPS to make sure that you're still going in the right direction, you could take off somewhere where there's construction. You could take off somewhere where, maybe there's an accident. You're going to be stuck in traffic for like 4 hours instead of being rerouted. So to take the time to reflect back on your results, see if you've gotten the results that you were expecting, that you were hoping for, and then if not, take a little bit deeper dive and think on what adjustments you can make going forward is super critical, right? So I always like to do this kind of right at the end of a pay period or right at the beginning of a pay period. I look back, I look at my budget for the last couple weeks. Did I accomplish the goals that I wanted, right? Did I overspend in any categories? Did I underspend in any categories? And looking back on that helps me realize what adjustments I can make going forward, right? A lot of us are familiar with inflation, the price of food, gasoline, utilities are all going up. So what I do is when I harmonize my results, I look back at all these numbers and I think to myself, is that still the appropriate amount to add to my budget for those categories, right? Because if not, you're going to be creating this snowball effect, paying what you used to pay towards these things while spending in other categories without realizing that you're going over, that you need to make these tweaks and adjustments as you go along. Otherwise, come a few months down the line, you could be, up a creek without a paddle. Not necessarily, but if you take regular time to harmonize your results, look at what you're doing, you're able to make adjustments before the little issues become a big issue. And then another thing about harmonizing results is it's really an opportunity to celebrate, right? Working with money and budgeting and figuring out what you want to spend your money on, how you want to live your life, that's fun. It's empowering, right? So when you achieve one of your goals, just take that time, look at the numbers, you've been tracking it, celebrate it, be proud of yourself. Think back about what worked. Can you do that more often? Can you make it bigger, right? Like if I just went through with a group of challengers ways to make more money, and some people hopped on the wagon of reselling their old things online, right? So if that's something that worked for you during that period, can you continue that in some way? Can you tweak it, right? One of our challengers also, she focused on reducing her grocery bill, right? So when you take that time to savor that win, savor that victory, think about how good it made you feel because you're working towards that goal. It gets you amped up and excited so that you can continue to do that going forward. I bet you that this coming month when she goes grocery shopping, she's going to think, I saved this much last month, and think of it as a game. How much can I save this month? And that's really the part of keeping finance fun. And it sounds really corny at face value, but I promise you it is. That's when you start to make that shift of, you being led into certain decisions by what amount of money you have versus you feeling like you're in charge of your money and you're choosing consciously, purposefully, with joy and intention where you want it to go. right? So harmonizing the results is super critical. And I know all of us are busy. It's really easy to just say, yeah, I'll do that a bit later, and copy paste what you have as your budget. But I really encourage you to take that time. Like I said, I do it every time I'm in a new pay period. I take that time, I have it scheduled on my calendar so that I can look at all these numbers again. And the more you do it, right? So I do it every pay period. The more dialed in your numbers are going to get. There's going to be less surprises there for you. So you're going to just kind of make smaller adjustments as you go. And then when you look at your calendar, you can start planning again ahead. You know, oh, the kids have this extracurricular activity. I'm going to be team mom. We're bringing snacks. So maybe I need to boost up my food budget for that week, right? So again, like you're not caught off by surprise. You make these small adjustments as you go. And it really leads to you taking charge of your finances instead of the other way around, which just feels awesome. You know, imagine just being in a place of ease and flow and not worry about stress. You know, if you know right off the bat whether you're able to say yes to this event or not. You know right off the bat that it's going to be smooth sailing. You're taken care of with any the bills that come up, and it's such an awesome and empowering feeling. So that is the fourth step of the C.A.S.H framework. Super simple, like I said. You can customize it to however works for you, for your schedule, for your lifestyle, for the people that you live with, that you share your finances with. But the C.A.S.H framework is just the 4 steps that, as long as you do them consistently, you do them in order, you will achieve financial success. You will be in control of your budget. You will know where your money is going, and you will be able to kind of work towards those goals and dreams that maybe you didn't give yourself a chance to think about before. If this sounds like something that you're interested in learning more about, I'm starting a one-on-one private coaching program. I have a couple spots available. I offered it first dibs to my challengers, but I'm also kind of roll out publicly to a couple of them. And someone that I'd worked with before previously also started during the holiday time. And when they came around to January, they, did not add any holiday debt. They were in like such a great financial position. They had a routine going, and then they spent, the beginning of the year just taking off. And that is literally possible for anyone. So if on January 1st you feeling great about your finances seems like something that you want to get on board with, just shoot me a message. I'll put a link down below where you can kind of explore what's possible. But let me know what you thought of the C.A.S.H framework series that we had, this deep dive that we took. I'd also love to hear any topic requests that you're looking for. I think I'll do an upcoming video about saving money while traveling. But yeah, leave me a comment down below. Let me know your takeaways, and I will talk to you guys next week.